Yes, the salt is fine. What you spoil the main particles is the herbs from us are doing capacity of the salt.
I'm really excited about your January.
Good. Confidence. I want to sign up for the class you don't know about yet. Okay. It's really great. It's an ongoing collaboration with the co-op, and I just love doing that because the co-op is just the perfect institution to support this.
Oh, you mean, are there a lot of?
Right.
Because I signed up for the No.
I'm worried about this
$5,000 class.
Yeah, that's so nervous. I think we just do the overall not be nervous. Just do it.
You'll pay for it. You'll pay for it with this.
It's going to go bad.
That one, I'm going to try to always have it the first weekend of January. I think that's going to be a little tougher because Jackson and
We're going to need to layer it.
See, the first weekend is right around New Year's. So I think the staff is going to have to be later. Which is kind of fine for starting, because it's a little early to start that before that. Okay.
All right.
Oh, right here. I remember. I've never been on that page.
Just adding some flour, right?
I'm on making dough. I don't know what you're doing.
Wait, so do I use all this flour?
Who said that?
What'd you say?
It's not nice to tease your teacher.
Do I use all this flour?
Let me bring the rest of the bag here.
We got our own over here. We're good.
For what people? The whole bag. For OBGYN. Oh, that's awesome.
You were going to use this as a lot more, weren't you?
Yeah.
So he's post
Oh god. I don't know if that technique is. Oh, did you add your yeast in there yet?
I've got all of it.
Oh, you did it too fast. You did it too much. I'm gonna do what's that called?
Have you added? Have you put in the yeast yet?
I just did.
Alright, I'm doing it. Nate, this chick step.
You know what? I'm like an artisan bond with this bread already. It's a living creature. We've already.
Tom tells us the pizza dough is scary, by the way.
It's scary?
Scary.
Oh my god, it smells
That's a
good.
very good parameter.
That was a layer.
I'm still living.
I want to see your technique.
Whatever.
Right now, what technique?
Folks, is anybody measuring?
Yes.
Okay, finish your measuring.
No, I'm finished.
Okay, all right. Okay. I don't like to talk when people are measuring, but because that would mess you up, yeah. At least it messes me up. So I'm my measuring. And Saya was doing hers, and she's using more whole wheat. It reminds me, I want to tell you something about whole wheat. If you're working with whole wheat, because it has gluten, because it has bran and germ, neither of which are very absorptive, it's way slower to take in water. So a very good trick with whole wheat is to add the bulk of your water, of your flour, even in a direct dough, to the water and walk away for 10 minutes. Now you might as well, while you're at it, auto-ice it and mix it up. But the reason you need to do that is you need to let that water take the 10 minutes to absorb, or what will happen is you'll be trying to knead it, and it'll seem way too wet, so you'll add flour. It's actually not wet, it's just the water's on the outside, and it hasn't gotten in yet. And by the time it finally gets in, you'll have way too much flour. So just know that. You should probably mix the flour in.
Put the salt in.
Yes, you can ask all the questions you want.
So, when we get home, maybe we're not going to have an old dough.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right?
I'll give you a recipe for making one.
Okay, cool.
You're making an old dough?
Yeah.
So just the old
You can actually, and the recipe's a great bread. You can save half of it
Right.
for old dough and use half of it right away.
Could we just use this recipe without the...
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. The thing is, the recipe I use is that recipe that I collapsed a 48 hours fermentation into 5 hours or something.
Okay.
Because it uses a little bit of milk in the starter
Okay.
and very hot water in the starter, it develops a very specific flavor
Okay.
that's very nice.
Okay.
You can almost smell it. Do you smell
I
it?
smell it earlier.
Yes.
It smells like beer.
Yeah, right, exactly. Thank you. You know, I say that for years, and I think, is it true, or are they just...
Yeah.
But I didn't have to suggest that to you. It smells like beer.
Totally.
You use this recipe, and when it smells like beer, it's ready. Not how much time, when does it smell like beer?
I love it. It's like when you
So
go
give
to a
us that
brewery,
recipe
it's
you
just what it
did for
smells like.
the start, or I guess the old.
Yeah, it's also a great whole wheat baguette. I called it the hearty baguette, you know. And you know, this is the first class I decided, you know, I'm letting go of it. I'm not going back into production. It was a secret recipe for me forever.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't, because I knew nobody else was getting that flavor. And, you know, that's okay. I'm just going to teach. So you're all going to get the recipe. But it's not printed out because I had to come to that. That was my epiphany last night. It's like, okay, I'm done holding on to that intellectual property. You know?
Okay. It's too early for me to put the salt in.
It's, you could put the salt, as it's a direct dough, you can put the salt in as soon as the yeast is not in the way. And the yeast that you want to practice your eating, there's no reason not to. And the other reason to put the salt in as soon as you can is because you don't want to forget it. But if you know you won't forget it, and you want to do that autolyzing kind of thing, it goes a little better without it. Okay? Yeah, I do use the scraper. Do you have a scraper?
So I put more dough on it.
Fair amount of flour on top, and then quick cut around and flip and start the kneading process. Okay? It's going to be hard.
What?
What I'd rather you do is watch him when he gets his done. Because it doesn't really take that long to knead. Switch that. It's going to be really hard. And I want you to try the bowl. I think it's a really good system. You know? And then if you decide I don't need the bowl, I don't care. You know? But a lot of my students, they do evaluations there, and not a lot, but significant portions say, you know, the bowl is the best thing I learned. There's lots of great stuff, but that bowl's amazing. You know, so I want you to get that technique. Throw the next one down. Go down.
No, I mean, don't worry.
Look up right there. Someplace in there.
Oh my god, I'm in hell.
What do you do when you think you're ready?
I'm in hell.
The more I said about the more you work it, the more it's going to get sticky. That could be what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Let's give it a light dusting.
Okay. That was very like that.
Yes, very light dusting. And I can feel right there that it's a little bit, still needs it, but not much. So you're just flouring it a little. Okay, now free it up. Lots of quick motions, one quick flip. All right, great. Now, pull it to you. Push it away. And it's probably time to flour it again.
Okay.
You know?
So I'm still a little. Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely use quite a bit more flour.
Okay.
But you can knead it more too, so let the flour be the agent.
Okay.
Given how much it was sticking, you
Yeah.
can be heavier than I was. You can be more like this right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Because you still need a little bit of the flour.
Okay. Because it's sticking to the bottom, is that?
Well, it's sticking everywhere. It's
Yeah.
sticking to you. It's being still stickier. You know, you did such a good job of not going to hell that you're not anywhere.
I'm slightly angelic.
Right. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You're in that state of limbo. You know. See how much better it looks right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
Okay.
a nun.
Yeah. Go for it. Okay.
I'm trying to think that it's
All right,
as wet
yeah,
as
it's-
possible.
I don't know. I was going for ciabatta.
Yeah, right, and that is a great ciabatta there, but you would be folding it, no longer kneading it at that point. So you can
Okay.
use a little bit more flour to get past that. You're also you're bearing in a little bit harder than you need to.
Okay.
You're looking for motion, mechanical action with as little pressure as possible.
Okay.
And you want to come off it really fast so you don't stick. If your follow-up stays on too long, you're bound to stick, okay?
That's what's my problem
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Yeah. It's looking pretty good to me. Can I have a feel? Yeah, you are a little bit
Try.
dry. And so you might want to just, you know, take a little gander at how, you know?
Where you
Yeah, it's just a little dead.
Oh, that's
And how
so
you
much
do that,
better.
right?
Push like
is,
that?
It's probably just purgatory, actually.
Okay, good.
Lots of prayer, a few light years, and you're going to be
Hail Mary.
right out of there, you know?
Okay, good.
We do some indulgences for you. Excuse me, well, I don't think how this goes. I have to stretch the metaphor.
I'm not touching it.
Okay.
Is there
Do what you think. Kind of.
I can tell you're going to need more flour. You can give a generous dusting, you know? Yeah, you can be, yeah, and then you can come back and pat it around well, and then flip it over and knead it. And do that a few times, maybe about 3 times, and then call me back, okay? Yes. And then I think you'll probably be where you need to be on flour.
I'm done too.
And I actually give it a quick knead.
You can knead it all you want.